So Ted Cruz's super PAC, in an attempt to win in Utah with conservative Mormon voters, put out a mailer with some suggestive pictures of Donald Trump's wife. I don't know if it was like some type of weird poses. I can't remember exactly what it was.
She's naked on a...
That's suggestive.
Well,
Suggestive of her nudity. And so here's the point. The idea was to set off these family value voters, Mormons. So Donald Trump was pissed about this because, of course, he also lost Utah, which is probably what he was really pissed about. And so he retweeted an image of has Donald Trump's wife, like a headshot, and then a picture of Ted Cruz's wife, who had a scowl on her face. And earlier, Donald Trump had said, like, "Hey, Ted Cruz, don't get my wife involved in this, or I'll spill the beans about your wife." And a lot of people are speculating, what is this about? She had some type of depressive episode or something. Who knows what? And maybe some people are speculating it has to do with an affair. Who knows? But Ted Cruz, and this harkens back to 1988 when Michael Dukakis was asked a question about what if his wife had been raped? Wouldn't you be for the death penalty? And Michael Dukakis was widely criticized by the mainstream media for responding in a sort of technocratic and cold arm's length way of saying, well, this is why, we have laws or something like that, and I'm still against the death penalty. But Ted Cruz learned that lesson. In fact, he could have been a law school student probably at that time, maybe, or just about to head into law school at Harvard at that time, back in 88, I think it was. And Ted Cruz learned a lesson. Hey, when a bully says something about your wife, you create a straw person and say they're also saying something about your family and your kid. And then you talk right into that camera and you point because you're telling everybody, I'm talking to you. Like, this is a position where you put that finger on there. You're like that guy, Conrad, I think his name was. Michael Conrad. He used to put a ever-ready battery on his shoulder back in the 70s. Say, I dare you to knock it off. There's no better battery. But this is Ted Cruz's style. Except for the problem Ted Cruz had is that as he's doing this into the camera, to the left of him is a reporter waiting to ask him a question that he's not prepared to answer.
I don't get angry often. But you mess with my wife, you mess with my kids, that'll do it every time. Donald, you're a sniveling coward, and leave Heidi the hell alone.
So will you support him as the nominee?
I'm going to beat him for the nominee.
That's not answering the question, Senator.
I am answering the question. Donald Trump will not be the nominee.
He's leading right now. You just looked in that camera and said he is a coward. Will you support him as the nominee?
Donald Trump will not be the nominee.
So let me translate what Ted Cruz is saying. Because usually what we do is we do a shorter Ted Cruz here. And that would get to the essence of what he's saying. But I'm going to do a longer Ted Cruz, which is Donald Trump is a sniveling little coward. And I reserve the right to support him. I'm going to support him. I'm definitely going to support him. In fact, not only is he a sniveling little coward, I'm open to being his vice presidential candidate. And, my wife will get over it. She understands politics is not beanbag, and my kids don't particularly like me that much anyways. Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Yeah. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.